Thank you for tuning in for another daily dose of encouragement. Good morning, good day to you. I pray that this is already started off as a blessed and glorious day, and that you're able to uh, look and see the sun shining and feel the nice, cool weather where you're at, and that you're feeling, more importantly, the warmth and love of God. And I just was thinking before starting this video that I try to have a mindset of doing things well. Sometimes I forget that, but I try to have that as my focus about doing things well for the Lord, and keeping it at the forefront of my mind. I feel as if that's very important for me and my walk, and being able to do that which is seeking to glorify God, to deepen the relationship that I have with God, and to work out any areas that I need to work out. And I have in the description today uh, referencing love, and that is what I want to do, is love well. Of course, love God above all else well, and to love others well. And if I do those things, I will be able to love myself well. And I want us to look at uh, a passage which really speaks to love. Jesus, of course, talked about love and gave us just the re-emphasizing of the two greatest commandments of loving the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and loving your neighbor as yourself. And then Paul, which is what I want us to just briefly look at in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, about love. It's something that we need to be reminded of over and over again, and sometimes multiple times each day, and that is what we really need to focus in on. How am I loving? How am I loving God today? How am I loving someone else? And it doesn't have to be some grand gesture where we really need to express and show our love and affection for someone else. It can be just giving of your time, which is something that I, of course, struggle with. And I don't want to make these videos about me, but I wanted to make these sometimes videos um, personal, because maybe it can relate to you that may be watching, and maybe you are experiencing something or have experienced these things, and I pray that it's something that you can find applicable. But let's look at the verses that are in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, talking about love. And we'll read verses 4 to the end of the chapter. Verse 4 reads, "Love is patient, love is kind, and is not jealous. Love does not brag and is not arrogant, does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own, is not provoked, does not take into account a wrong suffered, does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices with the truth. Bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. But if there are gifts of prophecy, they will be done away. If there are tongues, they will cease. If there is knowledge, it will be done away. For we know in part, we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will be done away. When I was a child, I used to speak like a child, think like a child, reason like a child. When I became a man, I did away with childish things. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I will know fully, just as I also have fully known. But now faith, hope, love, abide these three. But the greatest of these is love." When we cross that threshold of the end of our lives, we will realize the full manifestation of love, especially if we have been obedient. We will experience the true nature of love in its fullness. We will realize and be in the presence of complete love that is for us indescribable. We won't, or we currently don't have the full knowledge of love or the complete experience. But when we become as He is, Lord willing, if we are obedient, we will always have that love. We will always have that joy and that peace. And that's what our desire is for you. Our desire is for you to know that love, the love of Christ. And if you want to know and have that relationship with God and Son, Jesus Christ, and His Spirit, we want that more than anything else. That's why we offer these videos and offer the invitation to have further studies, and we want to encourage and strengthen you each and every day. So please, if you have questions, concerns, and want to address any of your spiritual needs, feel free to reach out to us either through this Facebook page or our website at TaylesvilleRDChurchChrist.com. Because this day is the only day that we have promised. This very moment. We don't know what might happen an hour from now or the rest of this day. All we have is this specific moment. And we want you to be able to know the love of God before it is too late. So thank you for tuning in, taking moments out of your day. We never want to take that for granted. May God bless you. And most importantly, may you feel the comfort in the arms of Jesus. God bless you.